Hey guys, subscribe for daily content, and if you're shopping for gear, make sure you check out the description for the newest items at some of the very best online retailers. There's also links for some of the items that I personally recommend. Thanks!
What's going on YouTube? Metal Complex here, and today I've got another short little unboxing video to share with you guys. So real quick, right off the bat, number one, it has nothing to do with April Fools. This is real. Number two, these literally dropped the moment that this video went live. I think you said it was 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, so 2 p.m. Central Standard Time, which is when I schedule my weekly unboxing. So these literally just dropped. If you want to pick them up, I'll have them linked in the description. It does help my channel when you use those links, but that's up to you. Thanks so much to Null Knives for sending this in. Thanks to my patrons for supporting me. So what do we got here? We actually have, now I don't know what configurations he did, because I just like to be surprised. But he said, do you want to check out these knives on the day of the drop? And I said, sure. So these are new Voodoos. And the reason I said yes, despite having already looked at the Voodoo, is because the Voodoo is my favorite Null Knives design. And it was one of the coolest knives to release in its origin year, which I think was 2023. It was one of my favorite knives of the entire year. It's super cool. I love it. I know that pretty much everybody who picked these up has thoroughly enjoyed it, so I thought it'd be fun to check him out if he's doing another drop. Absolutely. I'm just going to do them one at a time. So the first one here, we have Glass Bead Blasted on the handle. Purple Technicarbo and Vanax. Vanax? Doing Vanax now. I definitely was not expecting that. So if you guys don't know, Vanax is one of my favorite steels of all time. So this sounds very cool if the new, for this drop at least, if the new one, or the new ones are Vanax. So here we go. Purple carbon fiber. Very, very cool. Ooh, look at that nice back. Is this zirconium? Does it say? Doesn't say. This looks like zirconium. Man, what a cool backspacer. Okay. Look at that blade. So the reason I like this, it's kind of like the Stitch or what's another? Yeah, it's kind of like the Stitch, but you just the Rotten Evo. But we've squished it and stretched it out. And I really like that little harpoon notch there. We've got this hollow swedge, I guess. Nice jimping. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. The placement of these little thumb triangles and the fact that they have machined the steel around it. Are those zirconium? That's really what that looks like. That's a nice touch there, along with the texturing on the pivot. So I own 2 Voodoos. After I open all these up, I will probably own a third one. I really, really like this. I didn't even see the pocket clip. This has to be. Has to be. What a nice touch. Love this. It's so cool. This is such an awesome knife. You can use the thumb studs, but you can also use the little, like the little, I don't want to call it a groove or a fuller. It's just like a cutout in the blade. So cool. Such a cool knife. Okay, I want to keep this going. What do we have for the next one here? Glass. We have blue. Okay, so it's the same thing, but with the blue. Let's get around here. I'm going to make a mess, but it takes too long to keep everything organized. We've got to just keep it going. I do like the blue. I think it's almost, okay, so the camera is making it much more of a lighter color. In my light, in reality, it's more of an indigo, kind of like, but right before it starts to be defined as indigo, kind of in between. But really nice and definitely very, very colorful. We otherwise have the exact same thing going on with what I assume. It could be that this is just a polished black finish, but I doubt it. It just really looks like zirconium. It's just interesting that it's not listed that way on the box. Okay, next up we have black PVD with red Technicarbo. Very cool. I'm sure black and red always goes together. Everybody likes black and red. Well, not everybody, but a lot of people do. So we have the red, and then we have black PVD. So these are the glass blasted, I guess. And we have the black PVD, which does look nice. Very cool. So this is not the same. This is a hand rub satin. And this looks like a machine. Does it say? It would be much easier for me to be able to tell you if I wasn't throwing the boxes. That's definitely, that's a downside to opening these this way. Here we go. So, black PVD, it says light stonewash. Belt satin. So there we go. It's a belt satin finish. Very nice. These are all hollow ground as well. including the hand rub satin version. So nice and slicey. A little bit of a, do we call it a little bit of a Spanish tip there? I'm not sure what you'd want to call that. And then the final one, the last one here, we have, teal Technocarbo. Ooh, match carbon fiber. I did not intentionally save the wildest one for, oh boy. Whoa. Oh, I gotta have one of these. That is awesome. Hold on. So this does have the zirconium, or what looks like zirconium back here, but look at that. Not everybody's gonna like this. Oh, that is so cool. I wonder why no zirconium on this one, but look at that teal ano. Oh, I love this. That is so cool. Oh my gosh. So definitely my favorite of the bunch. Really wild, very colorful, and we've got the anodized titanium underneath, right? I think the zirconium would have gone just fine with it. I think you can pretty much do zirconium with anything. Now, I don't know if these are the only colors he's doing for this batch. Like, it could be. But my guess is that he has at least one variation in Damasteel. And perhaps even some other colors. But these are so fun. I'm so glad you decided to do at least one version with the anodized bolsters. Oh my gosh, I love this. I love this so much. This is so wicked. So I've never seen, I'm sure it's existed beforehand, but I've never seen the teal carbon fiber. I do love that you also anodize the little screws. That's very nice, along with the back spacer, the pocket clip. It's just really cool, and the thumb studs too. Oh my gosh, how nice! And then the hand rub satin finish to top it off. Which I got nothing against a belt or machine satin finish, but I just like, if we're gonna go satin, I just like the hand rub satin finish a lot more. What a good looking set of knives. So for anybody who's not familiar with the Voodoo, number one, is this a knife that I recommend? You can go back and watch my review, but yes, absolutely. There are a lot of designers in the knife world right now that are I'm not going to say they're more, because I only have one design. I can't really call myself a knife designer, so I'm not going to come down on anybody else. But as is the case with anybody, there are certain designs and designers in this knife world that I think just do a really, really great job, a standout job with certain models. And the Null Voodoo is a great example of a knife that is very, very designy and very well thought out with really cool flow. But it's also extremely functional. It's not just flashy. This is a very, very functional tool, and it's made exceptionally. It's a knife that's made to be used and carried and enjoyed. You know, if you're a hybridization user, collector, enthusiast, this is exactly the type of knife that is made for you. It's going to do what you want it to do as a collector. It's going to be what you want it to be as an enthusiast. And it's also going to do what you want it to do as a knife user, because it's a great tool. But for anybody who's not familiar with it, let's go ahead and measure it. So the overall length of the Voodoo comes in at 8 1/4. So a little over, is it? Yeah, it's 8 1/4. A little over that threshold for what I consider to be a full-size knife, which is 8 inches. Really awesome blade to handle ratio here. We have a nearly 3 3/4 inch blade. It's actually about 3.7. And then your cutting edge is 3.5 inches. So you get that nice forward choil and those nice ergonomic lines, right? 3-finger lock-in and then a flat zone for your pinky so it's not quite tipping over the edge. That's in the standard grip, and I wear an XL glove. And then you also can choke up, and it's beautifully comfortable choked up. Really wish you'd do some lefty models just for those lefties out there. I mean, they're like, I guarantee you there's 10% of people watching are left-handed would probably love to at least have the option, right? That'd be cool. So easy to manipulate, the position of that fuller. I love that these are Vanax, and as much as I'm tempted by the zirconium ones, this teal titanium, this sort of Tiffany blue titanium is just awesome. So the weight on this guy, probably low 4s. Yeah, 4.1 ounces. Man, I'm getting good at that. It only took 5,000 uploads to start to be able to kind of guess where the weight is on this stuff. I was terrible about that for years. Anyways, awesome stuff from Null. Hopefully, if you had to watch this video all the way through to figure out which version you wanted, hopefully there were still enough available that you could get your hands on them. But let me know what your favorite is in the comments. That's going to be pretty much it for me today. There's still the same Null Voodoo. It's just a different variation in terms of like color and options. So it doesn't need a full length review, but you can go back and watch my full length review if you want. It's definitely up on YouTube. Please make sure to follow me on Instagram at metal_complex. If you enjoyed this video, leave a like. If you'd like to check out my other content, I do, of course, have lots of videos of knives that are either expensive or inexpensive that I do or don't like, so check those out. And if you enjoy all my content, go ahead and click on that Metal Complex logo right there and subscribe, because there's definitely more coming. Thanks again for watching, everybody, and have a great day.